What we're looking at is land that was once owned by Adam Vrooman. It was known as Vrooman's land. Adam Vrooman was a survivor of the Schenectady Massacre of 1690, where he lost his wife and a young child and a couple of sons who were taken off to captivity. This was a man who would not be deterred from what he wanted to do. He was very formidable. He was a brewer, a carpenter by trade, and he later became a merchant. By the time of 1711, he has bought property here in the Schoharie Valley, and by 1714 he bought some more. So in total he had some 600 acres, at least on paper, that was patented to him by Governor Hunter. So by the spring of 1715, he moves out here as a work party, his sons and himself. They build a stone house, or at least begin building a stone house, and start improving the property a bit by cultivating it. And what happens is that the Palatines move in just before he comes down here. And the Palatines are having their problems with Governor Hunter. They had left the camps on the Hudson, and their contract for making naval stores for the British Navy was basically broken by Governor Hunter when he could no longer sustain them there. And a large number moved to the Schoharie Valley under Johann Conrad Weiser, who had sent his son Conrad Jr. off to the Mohawk people to learn their culture and language. And when he came back, father and son were at the head of all Palatine business with the local Mohawk people here who lived nearby here, and turned them against Adam Vrooman and his sons to the point where the Palatines would tear down the stone house that the Vroomans were building. But also, Conrad Weiser would get the Mohawks to help run horses and other livestock over any fields that the Vroomans cultivated. They did this several times, to the point where Adam Vrooman had to ask help from Governor Hunter to send out a sheriff. Posse was sent out, but Weiser Sr. wasn't in the area, so they just left without arresting him. Vrooman wanted to establish a home for his sons and at least one daughter. So by 1716 he is dividing up his land here, and his sons get a nice lot. Also the husband of one of his daughters gets a nice lot, and also some of his nephews are recipients of these lots also. So it was clear that Vrooman wanted to establish his family out here because that's what he did. Every time the population of wherever he's living gets to a certain point, he wants to keep moving west. He was very friendly with the Mohawk people, so moving closer to Mohawk country made sense. One of his wives who had died was the sister of the provincial interpreter who was a Mohawk. So it made sense that he would keep pushing that edge. That's the type of person he was. Adam Vrooman himself dies by 1730, and in Schenectady, where he was from. He kind of commuted between Schenectady and the Schoharie Valley. So that is Vrooman's land. It was known as Vrooman's land right through the Revolution. Many events occurred here that we will discuss in other segments.